All right, so I thought I would let you know about a recent flip we just closed on. It's actually pretty exciting. We'll get into the details in a minute, but it's fair to say it's never boring, and it's always fun to think of a plan B, if you will. So as always, we'll go through the goal of the session. So we're going to review this flip by the numbers, sort of what it is, why I did it, that kind of stuff. We're going to talk about how I closed this transaction without partners. You'll see in a minute that this particular transaction was too large for my investor network, so I had to think of a plan B. Talk about the plan for the property, and then talk about what's next. All right. So first, the flip by the numbers. It's a 6-unit building. It was purchased for $360,000. Sort of got that soft pink or tannish color, maybe a little orange on it and whatnot. It looks definitely in need of a paint job, which actually is the first thing we're doing. But it's actually it's a very clean building. It's again 6 units. Each of the units is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath at over 1,000 square feet. In addition, they have garages, and a rarity in rentals is they actually have washer and dryer hookups inside the units. So pretty excited about that. And then the other thing I was excited about is the rents are, I'll call them pretty low, bordering on ridiculously low. Again, I rent some 1-bedrooms for $600 a month, and this particular owner, who's had this building for over 20 years, is only charging his tenants $600. In multi-unit buildings, the value is often a collection of the rent. So in this case, the rents were so low, dragged down the value because you couldn't cover debt service and all of those things. So as you'll see in a minute, there's obviously a plan to fix that, and with that plan comes increased value. So none of my investors that I call open, which means they've committed, but I haven't found the right asset to them yet, has a commitment over $200,000 as of today. So my first investors certainly committed more to that, but none of the ones I have currently. They're all roughly around $100,000. So in order to go after a building that was $360,000 and stick to this very important rule, I will not pool investors together. So I could have said, hey, for example, Mark, Matt, and Brian, you guys will be in this one together. Not going to do that, and won't do that in the future. Haven't done it in the past. It just complicates two things. You start dividing profit, it just becomes unattainable for anyone, and I won't do that. So I had to create a plan B, right? I still like this transaction. I still think there's value to be made. It's sort of in my wheelhouse: multi-units, rentals, management, tenants, all of that. So I went actually out to a hard money lender. This hard money lender I have worked with in the past, so he has a file on me, and we have a track record and all of that. His particular package is he comes in for 50%. He does charge 9% interest only on that, and roughly $5,000 to $6,000 in upfront fees in order for him to come in. The good news there is he's able to close just as fast as I am, so it's a very mutually beneficial relationship, and I appreciate every chance I get to work with him. So in short, I had to put up 50%. So in this case, it's roughly $180,000. He came in, the hard money lender came in for the other half, and we got the deal done. We got the deal done, I think, in 15 days, which was good for everyone. So what's the plan? First and foremost, it's actually already underway, is we're painting the outside of the building. We're going with a 2-tone sort of dark brown and gray combination. We picked that one because there's actually a building right next to this one that is frankly beautiful and really is raising the value of the neighborhood. So we are going to paint our building the same sort of 2-tone color and really make the buildings stand out nice together. First thing, or second thing we're going to do is we're also giving the tenants rental increases. We're going to be raising the rent with the at least I truly believe we're going to take the rent from $600 to $795, or just call it $800. And I don't think any of the current tenants are going to leave. All right, it's a 3-2, 1,000 square feet. This particular building, I believe, has at least a couple of sets of different families occupying at least 1 or 2 units. But if someone does leave, we'll just go in and perform a full remodel, and then go out and get $995. I think the going rent for 3.2s in that area is well over 1,000. But again, since this is going to be one we're going to flip, we're going to take them to 800, raise the value of the building, and then see if anybody does leave. We'll take it up even higher to 995. So that's the plan. And then what we're going to do is we're going to relist the property for 480. If you're keeping up with me, we bought the property for 360, which was right on the 1% rule. So 600 times 6 is $3,600 a month. And again, I bought it for 360. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise the rent to, call it 800, times 6 is 4,800, and then I'm going to relist the building right again on the 1% rule for 480. And I'm going to do that within the first 30 days. We closed again, I think 10 or 12 days ago. As soon as the paint is dry and the rental increases are out, we are going to relist it for 480. Once that's all said and done, I certainly expect to be out of this building within 100 days. And you never know what happens, but I certainly don't see us making any less than $50,000 in 100 days. So I don't know what that is, $500 a day or something like that, to push this property through. So again, a good deal. No private investors on this. This is just a hard money lender is going to get 9% interest every month. No prepayment penalty because we talked up front and I told them the plan. And all in all, it's going to be a clean and pretty quick deal, I believe. So what's next? Right now I have 4 active investors who have verbal commitments that I'm looking for transactions. They're ranging from $80,000 to $125,000 roughly. So I'm actually out there looking in the low end of the market trying to find some houses to go after, because that's again where I have those commitments. I do need to continually reach out to new investors and just see if we can't up that to 5 or 6 more. Like to get to that number sort of ideally with different variables so I can control and go after multiple pieces of the market. Another thing I'm going to do is look for owner finance deals. I actually closed one. I did a video on it earlier, I think, called owner financing. I just negotiated one yesterday, which I'll do a video on in a few weeks. And it's really good for the sellers, as I shared in that one video, because they can continually have income, but they remove the variables of managing tenants. And then another thing I'm looking forward to is I'm getting really close to listing a property and recycling one of my investors' capital. All right, so again, he'll take, knock on wood, 8-10 grand away, and then we'll just go do it again. And then because I do have my license and we're currently in the process of activating it, I'm going to go ahead and up my offers just so I can go out and get the name known. I'm looking to grow contacts. Something I did a decade ago was try to meet a couple agents a week. I'm going to actually try to up that, and just by doing offers and having this custom letter sort of introducing myself, I'm going to look to try to find 50 or more agents just to grow the network, because again, they control a lot of inventory and they can bring opportunities once they really understand what you're looking for. So the end, this is that another flip. It's already purchased. Work's already going on. Do me a favor, and if you like the video, hit like, leave a comment below. And do me a favor, share this on your social media, because again, we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers and we're stuck on 102. Thank you very much and have a great day.